the unclean birds, if I would say the unclean birds is both spiritual and physical too, but because when you say a clean up of hateful birds type in people, you know, with the wickedness, that's what you type in. But the dragons of people, this I think it goes back to it's literal. I remember one of the brothers was breaking down. They say it was literal where we would actually animals would actually infest that place there. You understand what I'm talking about? That place that after it's all done, you will want to be around it. And people will pass and hiss at it. Can? Alright, we'll continue on. Yeah.
Whereas Edom says, we are impoverished.
But the dragons of the wilderness also say, and they're for the dragons of the wilderness, meaning to say that all nations will shoot at America, so please have a point too. Right.
Whereas Edom says, we are impoverished.
Whereas Edom say we are what?
Impoverished.
They are poverty, meaning to say they're in poverty,
but we will return.
That is their prophecy. They had a prophecy saying that we will return, and they did return.
And build the desolate places.
And they say we will return and build the desolate places. You can't go ahead.
Thus said the Lord of hosts, they shall build.
So the Lord said they have a prophecy, they shall surely build.
Which they did. Which they did. That is how they could be able to hold it. That is how they could be able to get things like the same jog here we now showing you, right? And the golden stool, right? The golden stool from
that. Not you preacher, but brothers always shake up and say, well, because you want to do this meeting. I know it has spirit that's sleeping, it's not sleeping in the atmosphere. You understand? And you let me when we Daddy, hold on. We on Daddy, we on camera. Don't do that. We're the camera. What I said, wake up. No, but we have to sacrifice people. But he might be able to sleep. But for young brothers, we had a sacrifice. We put that for
so they shall build. They shall build, but I will throw down.
Right.
And they shall call them the border of wickedness.
And they shall call them what?
The border of wickedness.
And you don't say they go build, go throw down, and they shall call them what? The
border of wickedness.
Right. So I just wanted to drop a point now.
Yeah, go ahead.
Now when you understand our Revelation 20 and you understand what is the bottomless pit, you will understand that the bottomless pit is Europe.
Gone.
So after we run, what question people will ask? Who run the Edomites out of the bottomless pit? Now you wouldn't understand the history because you don't know. Now then you will start to understand the centurions, rebellions who really rise up and end up causing a rebellion, and they is who chased the Edomites out of the bottomless pit, which was Europe. So it's obviously that centurions, rebellions was an Israelite, so it's obviously the Israelites would have ruled that place after they chased them out of that place.
Funny, and the Christians just see that way.
They will never see that way.
Some Christians believe that ages is a place of is a time of
no light.
Total darkness, a time of light. Yeah. But continue on.
Yeah, sir?
Who was reading? Who's not reading?
Yeah.
No, preach was.
I was bringing out some Maragan bring out where you have the disciplinary information you had it. And we will back it up with scriptures.
Yeah, because we are
in this book here?
Yeah.
For times.
Well, this
we go straight to the points now.
Yeah. From Babylon to Timbuktu, right?
Yeah.
Right, so this is page 120, which the West African Jews during the slave trade. The black Jews who migrated to Sudan from the north coverage with the Jews migrating from the eastern Sudan to the countries of the Niger River.
The countries of the
Of the Niger River.
Which is really Nigeria.
Yeah.
Right?
It is a known fact that the Jews and Judaism were in Africa 1500 years before Islam.
Before what?
Before Islam.
So Islam is really a kind of carbon copy. It
is a carbon copy.
It's a carbon copy, and it's not original. For you niggas who want to join Islam,
but also what that plainly explaining is that after 70 AD, 1500 to 1600 years after is when these Muslims came in into Africa and saw the sub-Saharan slave trade.
Beautiful.
And it even proves that Judaism was way out there long before
Well,
Islam.
we wouldn't say Judaism because Judaism is a religion.
Yeah, well,
That is why that is certain things, because certain things
terminology,
you
yeah,
know,
you use, yeah.
you using,
Yeah.
right? Because anybody could join Judaism.
We talk
Right?
about everything.
Heritage.
Our heritage.
Our heritage.
It was long before these make-believe religion.
Yeah.
But
Right? He said, and that everywhere the Arabs went, the Jews were there. He said the black Jews guided the Arabs and Moors into Spain.
The black Jews what?
The black Jews guided the Arabs and Moors into Spain and acted as interpreters. When the Muslims came into Sahara, they found the black Jews stationed on all the trade routes, and I can positively say that were Mohammedanism.
Yeah, before it was called Islam or
Yeah.
Muslim, they were called Mohammedans.
because here was to start
They,
from
they,
a word.
they follow after Muhammad.
It's currently
And then they call it, then they say they were sect that believe in Muhammad.
Like the Shiites. Right. I was starting this thing wrong. Like the Shiites and them, but go ahead up.
right, I'll jump in now, right? He
Yeah.
said, the Moorish writer Leo Africanus informs us of the past existence of the medieval Hebrew state called
Medieval.
Like Dark Ages, huh?
Yes.
I never see what medieval like that.
Like Dark Ages, go ahead.
Hebrew state called Canuria or Canuria. Its two main cities were Canuria, obviously its capital, and Nagharia. And this state was located north of the Senegal River.
North of
Of the way?
Of the Senegal River.
West Africa, go ahead.
According to the Moorish Jews, this black African Hebrew state had vanished by his time. There are two reasons given for the ruin of this kingdom. One, the intensive sandstorms of the Sahara Desert caused by droughts and rendered in cities uninhabitable. Two, the migration of the Fulas or the Fuleb.
Or I feel like what the thing the Fulanis.
Yeah.
I think also too, yeah.
Could be the Fulanis.
Yeah.
Stinking friggin' Fulanis.
Towards
Well,
the west, the Kanuri.
yeah, because the Fulanis
Fulas.
also in the west. And it's them who killing out the Slovakia, it's them who killing out. But they're looking for that too, because no matter what I tell my partner, who will be a friend partner who back home, because they're killing out, they're killing them out, they're killing out these be our friends and them, and no matter what I try to show them, I say, boy, because all they doing nonsense before all they go out, because they know who all it is, and they're still in this Catholicism and whatnot, so forth. So the father must send all the enemies against all to kill out all
They
the
shouldn't ask hard-headed stuff like rebellious people. They won't repent.
But continue on, go ahead.
Right, that's coming here. He say, according to the Moorish Jews, this black African Salaki. And he said the Fulas transmigrated to the entire Sudan from the Nile to Senegal. The Kanuri Jews are now located in the central Sudan along trails hundreds of miles north, south, east, and west of the Lake Chad, where they migrated from Senegal.
Chad, I think it's Central Africa. Chad is Central Africa.
Right, I'm jumping down here. Thus, the Moorish writer El Edrisi of Andalusias, Spain, wrote in the early part of the 12th century about the powerful Hebrew colony of Lamlam.
From West Spain?
Yeah.
Alright. You're called and you again. Alright? Just show this here because before I show it to the camera, watch this here. This here is showing, this is when we was in rulership. This is paintings that the elites and them was hiding. Right? This here is paintings when we was in rulership in Europe. Pass it around. Yeah, when we was in rulership.
Yeah, man. It's painted when you was in rulership.
Yeah, and these elites and them was hiding that because if they know if we had seen those things, you would have been adding that cigar up.
Yeah, look. Painting of nobility. You understand?
Can't, that's the correct word.
Painting of nobility. You understand?
We even have paintings showing you these Edomites and them we was having them showing them, teaching them how to bathe and whatnot. Yeah, because them never know how to bathe and all that kind of thing.
These big lords and leaders and things like that. Yeah, we civilized them. They had the fucking duck and pig in the fucking house, something like that.
No,
You understand?
fuck, sir.
When the Israelites come in, we say, nah, we don't live like that. Fucking savage man you live.
Yeah, the camera see it.
Of nobility.
Just to back up what you was saying now, but because the Moors, the Moors was us, was Israelites. Right? When they go into that word Moor, it just means that. Go ahead.
Right? You say,
Yeah.
the black African Hebrews had settlements not only in the interior of Africa, but they also had communities on the west coast of Africa, from Morocco to Angola. In the year 1836, Dr. J.L. Wilson wrote his history of Western Africa. He transmits to us the composite religious culture of some of the inhabitants of Senegambia.
Senegal and Gambia.
Or Senegal.
And Gambia, go ahead.
And Guinea.
And where?
And Guinea.
And Guinea. Right? Because all days where because that's what it was. I was taking a video from El Manataza, right? From James, South Carolina. He was doing a video called the 1776 concerning America and the independence. And he said when he was in high school, every 4th of July, they always used to be playing a particular movie. And the movie had a song in it. Right? The movie is a whole bunch of Edomites in a room and a man singing. Well, that particular part of the movie, a man singing, and he's singing and glorifying the slave trade, right? And calling out the countries where they get them from, right? Calling out Guinea and Nigeria and whatnot, so forth, and calling out certain tribes, calling out the Igbos and the Ashantis. So they know who they were thieving.
Exactly.
They know what they were doing. Right? Continue up because we just exposing you all with true history here.
Yeah.
Right? Go ahead. And breaking down all the lies. Go ahead.
In Senegal, he said, there is a complete medley of paganism, Judaism, and Mohammedanism, and it is difficult to say which of the three occupies the most prominent place or exerts the greatest influence upon the character of the people. However, the sentiments of the inhabitants regarding this multi-religious mixture was the combination of the three religions and further the welfare of all. He said, how do we rationalize and explain the medley of paganism, Judaism, and Mohammedanism near the ruins of the medieval Jewish kingdom of Canuria? It is obvious to researchers that after the breaking up of the Hebrew kingdoms of Ghana,
Of what?
of Ghana,
Yeah, because there's some of the information we have here, but go ahead.
Canuria and Lamla, the black Jews migrated to remote regions of the interior of the coast. Then these Hebrews came under the pressures of Muslim propaganda and pagan influence.
That is why Abu Bakr feels he's a fucking Muslim. Not know he's a Hebrew Israelite. They're looking like a jackass in the masjid in town.
Because it all started from the Dark Ages, because
But then
laws was under Muslim.
Remember, say my people are destroyed from that kind of knowledge. That's why they shooting each other from Enterprise side and Arima and all these brothers, all these young
Shakes on shakes.
yeah, they want to be, and the thing about it, you join a demonic religion, they ain't targeting the white man, they're targeting the brother. Yeah, they targeting the brother, they ain't targeting the white, they don't say they targeting the white man, they targeting the brother. Really?
Right? He said, resulting in what is known as cultural diffusion. If you recall what Solosha said, many Jews became Muslims,
Many Jews became what?
became Muslims,
Like we have them today. Right?
but still retain their Jewish origins.
Except that these niggas don't know the sir, they become Muslim and that is the day.
No, that, because you see what going on there too, right? These Moors, they were going through persecution of, just like in the days of Antiochus, right? They were going through a persecution that if they admit that they are Jews and what so forth, they will be killed. So they had us accept Islam, right? On the outside, when they come out on the streets and whatnot, they profess Islam, but behind closed doors, they
practice the rights.
They practice the rights.
Yeah.
They understand the heritage,
Yeah.
right? So go ahead up.
Right? He said how He said Wilson also informed us that the northern Guinea there is a conglomeration of Judaism and paganism combined, and in southern Guinea there is combination of Judaism, paganism, and some trace of Christianity.
Now hold on there. That paganism go back to your Ushun and your Ugun. You understand? Baptist business now, boy. Orishan, Shouta, and all this nonsense.
West Africa,
Right?
Yeah.
That's a shame because it's the Israelites.
That would have paganism would tapping in today. Right? Go ahead.
In northern Guinea or Portuguese Guinea, Judaism is more highly practiced. Some of the outstanding rites and purifications, the observance of the new moons, which is the Sabbath, the observance of the new moon, a designated period of the weeping for the dead. During the time, they wear sackcloths and ashes.
And what?
And ashes.
So it's a coincidence? How that could be a coincidence? How you Christians can listen to this and all that whole thing is just a coincidence? It's not a question, you are well Down syndrome with the spirit, you know. And Down syndrome, I cannot retard the Down syndrome people.
And that is history bringing out there.
For real.
That is history bringing out there. True history.
And it meshed with God's word.
He said bloody animal sacrifices with the careful sprinkling of blood upon the doorpost and the altars. He said the division of the tribes into different families, frequently into 12 parts.
Same thing we was in part, and look at that,
You know?
part, chapter 1, Salakia, chapter 1, you in chapter 1. That is where I was reading, right? And look at that, we never read that, we never get that information from the book of Babylon, we get from a different source, right? But you see how we're lining up?
The 12 tribes of Israel. He said formal processions, circumcision, and various other practices, probably of Hebrew divination. A few of these rituals, especially circumcision, might have been derived from the Muslims. So you know that is a lie.
That is a lie.
But we are forced to consider the entire congress of the Hebrews' culture, traits, which is indicative of the Hebrew religion.
Right, so let me get with our scriptures there. First thing first, I'll come on with this here, and then we will tap back into some more history, right? First thing first is this is the book of Psalms, chapter 58. I will start at verse 2. Ye in heart, ye work wickedness. Ye weigh the violence of your hands in the earth. Right? That is you, Esau. Verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Yeah, because when you come with this notion, you take us and I wouldn't say brainwash, because to brainwash is to make your mind clean, right? But you come and you put all kind of
The brain dirty.
the brain dirt, the brain dirty way. You understand? The brain dirty way, and put this notion that we is Africans, but not so forth, right? And we was living in mud huts and whatnot. When we had an empire, the Mali Empire, we're situated in Timbuktu in Mali. Who was that? That was us.
But I still had some information to bring in.
There's a hold on, what scripture this is Isaiah 10 and 1. He said, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decree.
Yeah, because that slavery was unrighteous decree. The thing that you did in slavery, and not only in slavery, after slavery, the Jim Crow law.
Up to now we still have unrighteous decree.
Yeah, unrighteous decree, your Jim Crow law, your redlining. That redlining goes back into your house and developing programs and whatnot. You understand? Your banking system, right? Your educational system.
All your systems.
All your system is unrighteous decree, right? Go ahead.
And that right grievousness which they have prescribed, verse 2, to turn aside the needy from judgment.
To what?
To turn aside the needy from judgment. I know what to turn aside the needy, meaning that the Israelite.
Good.
From judgment, from the only judgment from the Lord. To turn aside the needy from judgment and to take away the right from the poor. Our right is what? To serve the Lord.
Serve your about shit outside.
Commandment of my people, that the widows may be that widows may be their prey, and that they may rob the fatherless, and that is what they do.
Yeah.
You understand? Our women become a prey unto them, and the fathers of the male was robbed.
Come.
It is what it is, right?
Salapia.
We start up with that and it was so.
Yeah. This is staying in Psalm 58, I'm going out of verse 4. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth the air. Because when the brothers in America, and not only the brothers in America, even down here and all, when we out on the highways and the byways, and you stupid Christians come up against us, and we bringing out the truth, we bringing out fact, we bringing out proof. You are like the deaf adder. Now that's really not simple-minded. They don't want to hear that.
There must be scribes and Pharisees who kill our child.
They don't want to hear that. And even Esau like a deaf adder. When they talk about slavery and all the atrocities that they can care less.
Yeah, the favorite statement. That was the past.
They can care less.
That's right. Yeah, that's what our child they care less. He say son of now.
Yeah.
So the same spirit they have right now.
Come.
Continue with this, yeah?
Go ahead.
It didn't take long.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mr. Wilson say, although the native of Africa retain these outward rites and ceremonies with the utmost tenacity, they have little or no knowledge of their origin or the particular object which they are intended to commemorate. Many of them are performed to shield themselves from some threatened evil or to secure some coveted good. But in the great majority of the deceased, they are attended merely as a matter of habit. And the only reason assigned for observing them is that their ancestors did the same before them. It stands to good reason that if their ancestors observed these Hebrew rites, they were surely Hebrews. They were surely Hebrews.
They were surely Hebrews.
He said, it is written, they have said, come and let us cut them off from the nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in their remembrance. 83 verse 4.
Psalms 83. Went to
Right?
Psalms 83.
Yeah, Psalm 83 verse 4.
I can just finish all this quickly.
Yeah.
He said, like the Jews in America, some of the Jews of Guinea don't remember their original nationality.
Yeah, and those Jews in Guinea, right, those, as I said, those that only in America, go back to Haiti, right? Because a lot of us, a lot of my tribe from Haiti, a lot of them don't know what part, or well, I wouldn't say they don't know what part, right? But yeah, really and truly, a lot of them they don't know what part of Africa they come from. Now, there are some that know, some know that they came from Senegal, some know that they came from Benin, right? But like for me, my ancestors goes back to Guinea, right? But there are some who know the ancestors goes back to Senegal, but a lot of them don't know because Haiti population is well over 10 million.
Well, I think that Jews in America, they really represent the Americas. Because most of the Jews in the Americas right now, if we really check it now. Now this side of the atmosphere, they just call it the Americas. You understand?
Well, yeah, I catch where you're coming from.
Right? Right? So let me just finish up this. He said this deplorable ignorance is attributed to various causes. 1, the fall of the Hebrew kingdoms. 2, the lack of communication with Jewish educational centers. 3, intense persecution and the deliberate blotting out of the minds their true nationality.
Yeah, I can get cash scripture on this there, and as you're talking about the wickedness, this is Psalms 48 and 8. He said, yeah, 148 and 8. Yea, thou heardest not. Yea, thou knowest not. Yea, from that time that thine ear was not opened, for I know that thou wouldest deal treacherously, and was called a transgressor from the womb.
From the what?
From the womb. Now go back to the scripture, the wicked were born from the womb.
One already, yeah, that one already,
yeah,
Psalm
yeah.
58.
Yeah.
Then a son from the womb.
Yeah.
From the womb he saw, from the womb. You so-called white people have something to pay for it.
Yeah,
Dreadfully. All your lies is being broken down. All your judgment lies. Alright?
Alright,
Yeah.
let me just finish up this quickly. He said, thus Nahum, son Charles, said this about the Ishmaelites Jews he met. He said, in most cases, these Hebrews by race and Muslim by faith seek to hide their origin,
See what I tell you?
which has become a burden to them.
They want to be oppressed. There's
So
when you're under oppression, you have to disguise yourself in order to stay alive.
You can't.
In order to get those things out.
It's the same thing as the Grecian captivity.
But the time of backfiring it, the backfiring it is this.
Yeah, you go ahead.
After a while, you stay on that something. If you stay on that disguise too long, at one period of time, if after you stay on that disguise so long, you will get to assimilate yourself into that. Like most of people, we get to assimilate yourself into that so much that they forgot the Hebrew heritage,
Scripture for that.
heritage and tradition.
Because as we just always say, Salaki, if you lock a man in a cage and beat him and only teach him what you want him to know, when he come out of that cage, you will only know what you taught him.
Very thought this.
This is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9. The thing that has been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done.
Because that you know what scripture that
And there is no new thing under the sun.
That thing that shall that thing that read it back over, please.
The thing that had been
Yeah.
is that which shall be,
Yeah.
and that which is done
Yeah.
is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun.
So that what they have done, it shall be done unto them.
Not only that, well, yeah,
It shall be done unto them, yeah?
100%,
Yeah.
right? But with this typing, we know one of the reason why I read this is considered we now read it.
Yeah.
Because that same thing with had us to be hiding from the true nationality and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
It's the same thing when they go back to the, let me go to the Apocrypha.
Yeah.
We'll go to the Apocrypha, go into 2nd Maccabees.
No scripture comes to me for is a righteous thing to recompense tribulation to them that trouble thee.
2nd Maccabees chapter 6, I'll go straight to the point, and verse 6. 2nd Maccabees 6 and 6. Neither was it lawful for a man to keep Sabbath days of ancient feasts, or to profess himself at all to be a Jew.
It was a problem there.
Right?
Right.
And in the day,
And you believe me, and that time coming again, and
Yeah.
that scripture that there's a new one in
On the
the sun,
sun come.
it's going to happen again. Right.
And in the day of the king's birth, every month they were brought by bitter constraint to eat of the sacrifices. And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, right, that way I get the word bacchanal.
Yeah. Actually, carnival is actually
The
not-
spirit
not-
of Bacchus.
not the feast, but the spirit of Bacchus.
Wicked niggas want to jump off a carnival. Eh?
We call it revelry and
Yeah.
So everything that these niggas
Yeah,
do,
we
go against
call it about revelry.
Revelry.
And what did they say now in the soca?
We
10,000,
revel.
10,000 revelers come out to play.
Yeah.
And all that kind of nonsense. Hey, you niggas have something coming to
And it
all.
even shows that we was in Africa because that's where that came from. We adopt that from the Hamites.
Come on.
Yeah.
Right, let me finish the scripture. And when the feast of Bacchus was kept, the Jews were compelled to go into procession to Bacchus carrying ivy. Moreover, they went out to decree to the neighboring cities of the heathen by the suggestion of Ptolemy, which was an Edomite, right, against the Jews that they should observe the same fashions and be partakers of their sacrifices. And whoso would not conform themselves unto the manner of the Gentiles should be put to death.
Should be what?
Should be put to death.
And that coming back again.
Gone.
That coming back again.
Yeah, then might
Again. That was telling we are the Holy Spirit that keep it.
John, then might a man have been seeing the present misery. Alright? So Psalms 83.
Yeah.
Yeah, where does Psalms 83? Now read it up, bring it out.
This is the book of Psalms chapter 83 verse 4.
Right.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in
That's
remembrance.
the name of Africa.
Israel.
That's the name of Africa.
Israel.
That's the name of Israel. So when we come in to tell people now you are Israelite,
Yeah.
it's sounding so strange to them
Yeah.
because as we see